What's going on, guys? We're back with another episode of Pokémon Stadium Kaizo, where, man, we're taking on Blaine in the Cinnabar Gym for round 2 in tonight's episode. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, smash that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, all that fun stuff, and that helps to support me and this channel. And with that, guys, we're going to get into our team. We got the PKMNIAC, the Nerd, the Psychic, and Gym Leader Blaine himself. So we're going to go ahead and pick our team, and then we'll be right back. Please stay with us. All right, we got the PKMNIAC up first.
Here comes the first opponent. Easy victory should be.
All right, so we're going to start with Starmie. And the PKMNIAC is going to open with Jolteon right away. I noticed that I have a huge type disadvantage, so I'm definitely looking to switch out to protect Starmie. And I'm going to switch to Marowak as my main ground user for this gym. Jolteon is going to react by going for Thunderbolt, expecting me to stay in with Starmie, but of course he's going to miss his move. I'm going to go for Earthquake, but not before Jolteon can get off a Body Slam. And it does not paralyze or critically hit. We're still in great shape. We're going to come back with an Earthquake, and we do connect with a super effective move. It doesn't knock out, however. Knocks Jolteon down into 36 health. Jolteon going to come back with another Body Slam, and it does crit and paralyzes us. And we get fully paralyzed on the ensuing turn, so this is not looking too good all of a sudden. Jolteon can still attack us with Body Slam and definitely turn the tide of battle here. Thankfully, we remain at 64 HP. We remain in the yellow. We are able to get a final Earthquake off, and it does result in a super effective crit to knock out the Jolteon. Definitely makes me wish that we had gotten that the first time around, but we will take it for right now. As the PKMNIAC gets ready to put in his second Pokemon, which is Nidoking. All right, so we do have a Poison type on the field. I'm going to see if we can survive their move. They go for Surf, so we're definitely not going to survive that with our health. Marowak is going to go down, and that's going to force us to choose our second Mon. So we got Starmie and Dragonite left, and we are going to put Starmie back in. And my hope now is that Nidoking does not have an electric type attack. I'm going to go for Psychic straight up to lower their special, or to at least try to. We do get the special drop right there. And they're going to come back with Earthquake. And let's see how much damage this does. It's a fairly decent amount of damage, but Starmie's got pretty good defense. It can take that pretty nicely. And before we're able to knock out the Nidoking, the PKMNIAC does switch out to Arcanine. Now, unbeknownst to him, I've got a surprise for him because he's going to walk his Arcanine right into a Surf attack. And we do score a super effective crit with a one-shot to the Arcanine. It never stood a chance in the middle of this volcano. And now the PKMNIAC is stuck with Nidoking, and we have the speed advantage. And we are going to win this match on our first attempt. It's only a matter of time before we capitalize, and that's exactly what we're going to do with this last Psychic attack. And that does get the knockout on the Nidoking, and we're going to be moving on to Battle 2. Oh man, a thoroughly dominant performance right there. Marowak did a great job against Jolteon, and Starmie did a great job against the others. As we move on to the Super Nerve for Trainer 2. The second adversary. Alright, since this is a Super Nerd and they like to use explosion tactics, that's exactly what I'm expecting here. We open with Starmie, they open with Golem, and I'm gonna get a free one-shot here with the 4x super effective damage to the Golem. Absolutely no problem at all. They don't even bother switching out. They just sacrifice their Golem right from the start. And they make it easy on us in the beginning here. The next Pokemon is going to be Exeggutor. Now, we do have Ice Beam for super effective type coverage, although I suspect they're going to have a Mega Drain or a Solar Beam to counter that. So I'm definitely taking Starmie out, and I'm going to put Gengar in. And I'm hoping that they're going to explode, but they do not. They go for Mega Drain. And this Gengar does have Ice Punch that I may be looking to use, but I'm definitely deciding whether or not I should keep Gengar in or whether I should switch back to Starmie or switch to Dragonite. I do switch Gengar out, but the question is to who? I'm going to switch to Dragonite right here. And Exeggutor is going to go for Psychic to try to lower my special. And they do get a special drop. But this Dragonite does have Blizzard, as you're about to see here. Or maybe not. I'm going to switch back to Starmie, it looks like. No, we're going to go into Gengar. And we're going to walk right into this one. Yeah, super effective crit. Because I keep hoping that they're going to explode. That's why I keep switching back into Gengar. But they don't. They go for Psychic. They stay one step ahead of us. And we put the Dragonite back in. And now you're going to see that we're going to go for Blizzard. And hopefully we can get a freeze. Our special does reset. We do get a freeze on the Exeggutor. And in Gen 1, Pokemon cannot dethaw on their own. So we're basically going to get a free shot at Exeggutor here. Wow. And a super effective crit. Wow. Exeggutor goes down in 2 hits from Blizzard. We're going to await the last Pokemon here, which is going to be Electrode. Whew. And I do not have Marowak for this fight, so I'm going to have to concentrate on slowing it down with Thunder Wave. But not before Electrode goes for Thunderbolt. And it gets a crit and it paralyzes me. But thankfully we are able to get the Thunder Wave off. Now they're still going to have the speed advantage since they have faster base speed, of course. And they're going to go for Thunderbolt to knock us out here. I was hoping to get another, maybe a Body Slam or a Blizzard off before we went down, but that did not happen. Now here's the bad news. I'm stuck with Starmie, which is a water type against an electric Pokemon. But the good news is I have the speed advantage because we slowed it down with Thunder Wave. Now I've got to be creative here. And I'm going to go for Psychic. I'm going to choose to go for the special drop here. And we do not get it. Now I have to hope that they're going to stay fully paralyzed, which they do. I also need to hope that I can crit to knock him out here, or Electrode stays fully paralyzed, or if it does not, it does not critically hit itself. We do critically hit with the Psychic and take it out, though, and we're going to be moving on. Wow, that was some high drama right there. I have to tell you, that was some high freaking drama right there. To survive the Super Nerd, because we were close. If Electrode had used Thunderbolt and critted, it would have one-shot our Starmie. But we don't have to worry about it since we're taking on the Psychic up next. Alright, here we go, Battle 3. This is going to be a wild one here, as you're about to see. Alright, we start with Electrode this time. And the Psychic opens with Clefable. So I'm definitely going to be looking to slow the Clefable down with Thunder Wave. That away, just in case they do the same to me, we'll still have the speed advantage. And Clefable does get fully paralyzed on the first turn, so that works out in our favor. So now what are we looking to do? We're looking to switch out because I don't want to slow Electrode for the rest of the fight. And I'm going to switch to Dragonite. And Clefable's going to go for Body Slam.
What now? A decent hit.
We don't get critically hit or paralyzed, so that's the good news.
What affects the outcome?
And let's see what we do here. I do counterattack with my own Body Slam.
It's a hit.
And looks like it's relatively even in terms of damage, but they go for Ice Beam. For 4 times super effective damage against us. We do survive with 8 health left, so we can at the very least get another hit in on the Clefable before we go down.
What's this?
Hopefully it can remain fully paralyzed so we can get another hit, but that does not happen. Clefable's going to take us out with another Body Slam,
It's a hit.
and we're going to go down early
Down and out.
to the Clefable.
What will the next Pokemon be?
And I'm down early. And I'm going to switch to Starmie this time.
To make up for lost ground.
And I definitely need to knock out this Clefable quick before it tries any
What'll it do?
Thunder Wave tactics on us, potentially. We do get a critical hit, and we put the Clefable down and out. So that was huge. That was massive. You never know with these normal types, man. It is so tricky because they can learn just about any type of move for type coverage.
We're evenly
And the Psychic brings in Slowbro to replace Clefable. I'm going to go for Thunderbolt for super effective damage. And we do get a nice hit right there, but it's still in the green. It's very tanky. And it's going to be even more tanky because it's got Amnesia. So Slowbro does have a +2 special advantage, which means it's going to tank even more Thunderbolts. We're going to have to be more reliant on crits with Thunderbolt to knock it out. And it's going to have the speed advantage with Thunder Wave. They're going to slow us down. But what special move are they going to use? Because we are Water and Psychic, so we're going to resist Surf and Psychic. They're going to go for Psychic to try to lower our special. They do not, but they still do a decent amount of damage here. And let's see what happens with this Thunderbolt. It knocks it down to 22 health. That Amnesia definitely saved it from being knocked out on this turn. And they're going to go for another Psychic. And they do lower our special, which is not great at all. I'm hoping and praying that even this will knock it out, and it does. Wow, just barely. We're -1 in special.
There's only one Pokemon left in reserve.
And we're in yellow health and we're paralyzed, so we're not looking too hot.
Oh, it's Alakazam.
And they do bring Alakazam in as their closer.
Stock is 2-1. The tense battle continues.
And I'm in a bit of a spot here. I can leave Starmie in or switch to Electrode.
The Pokemon Stadium.
I'm going to take Starmie out and put Electrode in. Since I know it's going to outspeed Alakazam, they do go for Psychic.
The Savage hit.
And boy, it does a lot of damage, almost half. We can most likely tank another Psychic without a crit before we go down. I'm going to explode here and hope that it takes it out.
Harsh blow.
It's a lot of damage, but it does not take down the Alakazam. Oh, man. It does not take it out. Electrode doesn't exactly have an amazing attack stat, so I kind of understand that, but I was hoping for a crit, and we did not get it. Now we're stuck with the paralyzed Starmie at low health.
Side now.
Now keep in mind, we still have a chance. As long as we can attack at all, we'll win. They go for Seismic Toss and bring us down to 13 health. If we attack, we win. If not, we lose. And we are going to lose. All right, round 2.
Third opponent. The gym leader is waiting right after.
Man, we were so close to winning that first attempt on the Psychic. All we had to do was just attack one more time on the Alakazam and we would have won flat out. That should have been a first try victory. It wasn't. And now we're back against the Alakazam to start the second attempt this time. Picking up right where it left off the last time. It does slow us down with Thunder Wave. But we're going to strike back with Surf. We're going to score a critical hit. That's going to take it below half. And we got a shot to knock this Alakazam out early as long as we don't get our special lowered here. Let's see what happens. We don't get our special lowered. We don't get critically hit, but we are fully paralyzed. So that's going to keep Alakazam around a little bit longer. It's not looking too great for us to start our second attempt. Oh boy, what do I do here? I think about switching, but I think, you know, I think better of it and leave Starmie in. We pay the price because we do get our special lowered this time around, but we're going to go for Surf one more time. And we do score another crit to get past the special loss. And Alakazam's going to go down in 2 turns. Wow. That was big. Again, we needed to be relying on crits to bypass the special drop. And we got it against Alakazam. Now Clefable is out secondly. Now let's see what we do here. They're going to go for Thunderbolt. They might knock us out this turn with the special drop, and they do. Oh boy. Now we're tied at 1 knockout each. Both of us have 2 Pokemon left. I'm going to put in Gengar for this and just hope that they don't have Psychic. They've got Ice Beam, Body Slam, and Thunderbolt.
What'll it do? Goodness. What now?
And they go for Thunderbolt here.
The intense battle continues.
As long as we don't get paralyzed or critically hit, we'll be fine.
What's next? Special stat.
Oh, we get a crit and a special drop on the Clefable right there.
What's this? Hit the weak
Unfortunately, they get a crit paralysis against us with Thunderbolt. Oh,
strike fighting Pokemon.
so now Clefable's at a speed advantage. They're going for Fire Blast, but they do miss. But we are fully paralyzed. Oh man, Clefable can't take advantage with Fire Blast, and we can't take advantage of the miss. However, they do miss again with Fire Blast. This time we are able to strike back with Psychic, and we do score a crit to knock out the Clefable. Wow. Wow. Oh boy, Clefable just giving us too many opportunities, and we were able to take advantage this time to get the knockout, even while paralyzed. Meanwhile, Slowbro is going to be the last to come in.
Pokemon stock is 2-1.
So they do use the same 3 Pokemon that they did the first time. They just switched the order around. And Slowbro's definitely going to knock us out with the Psychic attack. And that's going to be it for Gengar. I did a wonderful job. A beautiful job against Clefable right there. And now both of us are down to 1 Pokemon each. Now we've got the speed advantage with, or the speed and the type advantage with Electrode.
One Pokemon aside now. The battle is coming right down.
I don't want to mess around and get caught in a Thunder Wave, so I go for a Thunder Wave of my own to maintain my speed advantage over Slowbro. Of course, they're going to come back with a Thunder Wave of their own to paralyze us. Now I'm going to be on the offensive and just go for Thunderbolt from here on out.
What now?
And I'm going to hope for a crit here. We don't get a crit, but we do a lot of damage. It's going to knock Slowbro out. And the next turn, Slowbro does get fully paralyzed. All we have to do is move one more time and we'll win, but we do not. We're fully paralyzed on a turn that would have won it for us right there. Slowbro does come back with Surf, and it does score a crit. Oh man, we're in trouble. We have to attack here. Otherwise, we're going to be in for a 3rd attempt against the Psychic. We do attack. And we do get the knockout. And we're going to be challenging Blaine up next. That's going to be interesting. We'll see what kind of team Blaine has. But we do get 2 attempts on Psychic. And we're able to move on to the gym leader, Blaine, up next. And we're gonna see how we do here. All right. Whew.
The showdown against Blaine. The leader of Cinnabar Gym is a fire Pokemon technician. Treat him lightly and you'll get burned.
All right, we start with Starmie. Unfortunately, he starts with Executor, so right away I'm at a type disadvantage. I'm hoping to freeze like we did the last Executor. We do not, and they're gonna look to slow us down with Stun Spore, and we do get paralyzed, unfortunately. So we are in trouble right off the bat for one, and for two, all three of our Pokemon are gonna be weak to Executor alone. So this is not looking too good so far. We've got Marowak and Gengar bringing up the rear. They're gonna go for Mega Drain. So I'm gonna have to be super reliant on Ice Punch to try to get me through the Executor. Once again, I'm hoping for a freeze. I don't think a crit is gonna knock it out. We don't get a freeze, but they do come back with Psychic. Let's see if we survive. We do. We're at 44 health. Oh boy. We're in trouble if we don't knock out this Executor. Alright, it's down to 13 health. Executor's in low health. So we are down early once again. Let's see if I put Marowak in or if I put Starmie back in. I do put Starmie back in. I don't know if Marowak was going to outspeed Executor, so I put Starmie back in. And now Executor going to go for Mega Drain. And it does heal some health. I go for Surf. This is a terrible attempt. So I give up right here.
This is it. The showdown against Blaine. The leader of Cinnabar Gym is a fire Pokemon technician. Treat him lightly and you'll get burned.
Alright, so we open with Dragonite this time. They're going to open with Moltres. I'm going to go for most likely Thunderbolt or Blizzard, but they're going to switch Moltres out and put Chansey in. They're expecting special moves. I'm going to go for Thunder Wave instead. I may have outsmarted Blaine this time. And I pretty much need to make Dragonite work with Chansey since it's really our only main physical attacker with Body Slam. Sure, Electrode has Explosion, but we really need to be relying on crits to make that effective with Electrode. We do score over 100 damage with Body Slam on Chansey. They do retaliate with Ice Beam for 4 times damage. Thankfully, we do not get one shot, which means we're going to come back with another Body Slam. Keep in mind, Chansey has a base defense of 5, so it's not going to take a whole lot of hits physically. And with that, we're going to go down to Ice Beam in 2 turns. And once again, we are down early against Blaine. Now I have a choice to make between Starmie and Electrode. Let's see who I choose. I'm going to put in Electrode. Now, do I go for Explosion, Swift, or Thunderbolt? Decisions, decisions. And I am going to go for Thunderbolt. Yeah, Chansey is a special wall here in this game. They're going to slow me down with Thunder Wave as well, but thankfully we're still going to have the speed advantage. Sorry about the lag there, guys. Nothing I can do about that. But they do switch to Chansey here. And they put in Executor, of course. So they end up preserving Chansey and they replace it with Executor. Again, I'm in a situation to where I've got Starmie left and it's weak to Mega Drain. And my only super effective type coverage is going to be Ice Beam. I do stay in with Electrode and get off a Thunder Wave. We do take a special drop from Psychic right there. But the good news is we do get our speed advantage back. No. Let's see what happens here. I'm going for Explosion right now. And we do get a crit. So we're going to knock out the Executor here. I mean, it was desperation. It was desperation explosion, and it definitely worked out in our favor. Unlike the Alakazam from earlier. Oh boy, but again, we've got an uphill climb here. We've got Starmie left. Meanwhile, Blaine has 2 Pokemon left. But the good news is Chansey's at low health. And we've got a super effective type advantage against Moltres. As well as a speed advantage, because we're going to go for Surf right now. And Moltres is going to hit Fire Spin. And an interesting choice for sure. A legendary bird that's being trained by a gym leader, and his main fire move is Fire Spin of all things. Thankfully, since we're faster, we won't be locked into it. So after 2 turns of that, Starmie's had enough, and it's going to take out this legendary bird with Surf. Easily one of the worst legendaries in the history of the franchise is Moltres. It is so bad in Gen 1. But now we turn our attention from that to Chansey. All we have to do is get past this Chansey, and we'll walk away with the Volcano Badge. So we're going to go for Psychic here, and we get a crit. We're going to knock out the Chansey right here, and we are going to take badge number 7. Woo! Woo-hoo! We do survive the volcano in 2 attempts on Blaine, and we're going to be moving on to our final gym before the Elite Four. Oh, man. Excellent, excellent work. We do clear the Cinnabar Gym battle for round 2. We do get the key from Blaine and open Giovanni's tower. And we're almost at the end, guys. We only have Giovanni and the Elite Four. And then we'll be done with the Gym Leader Castle for round 2. So if you guys enjoyed this video, like I said in the beginning, make sure you smash that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for more episodes. And until next time, guys, you all take care. Have an excellent rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the Viridian Gym.